Well, hello. It's me up in the attic, up in the rafters. Kinda. You may check out my floor. It's several layers. 2x8s, 2x6s. At least 6 inches thick of wood up here. Resting on 8 steel beams going down to below. It's actually a pallet racking system that builds a top floor. Oh, my God, slippery again. So take a look. That's solid, Doctor. I put a railing up for these bad parts. I think I put several tons up here, and it's okay. I'm sure of it. Oh, wow. So, all right. What's happening is this iPad cover is coming off anyway. Oh, what should I talk about? Should we take a look around down here? Stand up for this. So this is very solid. It's glued and screwed. Let's take a look down there now. Eventually, gotta get rid of the table saw and the wood and stuff. And might get a giant milling machine in here or something like that, or a metal shaper. I'm pretty much all set with machine tools. Something practical like that, anyway. I like building things, in a way. That came to my mind was watching a TV show, Why the World Trade Centers Collapsed, basically a fault of engineering. Which I thought it was too, a long time ago. And you got floors, as the fireman said, never trust a truss design. And that was way before 9/11. And that was a truss system. And little clips holding the whole floor up with 4 inches of concrete on top. Ooh, no wonder the thing buckled. When you got fire, iron loses strength, or steel loses strength. So, I see why the things just fell apart. I got the weight number 2, all the different weights falling down. Now, come on, understand your ballistics, okay? Foot-pounds of energy and speed. The speed is doubled, it's squared. Come on. You guys think dynamite did it, and thermite, and laser weapons, or whatever you think it is? It's totally nutty. Come on. It's your realm, it's your reality, so. Not me to judge your insanity, but oh well. I think the whole planet's going more insane every day. So that's like so, huh? I'm sure I get criticized for that statement, but I don't care. I don't care what people think, Doesn't bother me any. I know that I realize all you folks have been programmed by religion and politics and other things, so you're a problem, not mine. Yeah, so, like so. As I said, I watched programmers working on sales pitches. They go over every letter and they go over it and over it to make it just suck you into what they think. Okay? Amazing. Truly amazing. And you get all the people that say this and that, it's all bullshit. Not everybody, but some people. They don't realize that there was aircraft involved, and they even got as nutty as saying, no planes. Oh, yeah, right. Am I in Vegas? Not yet. We're going to put iPad. Sit down for a bit, chat a bit. But it was a nice program, it was real cool. That's why I saw it too when I saw how they built these things. Couldn't believe it. Oh, dangerous. That whole pilot screw was There I am, I think. Yeah, big beams will bend if you got enough weight on them. There's rivets and stuff and things falling apart. You want to see an example? Look up the Iron Workers Memorial Bridge in Canada. I saw that in real life. So beams do twist and distort. Then you got all of that coming down, crash, bang, falling down in a few seconds. Of course it falls down in a few seconds. Yeah, you should study and look at videos. So why would the government do it, and why would they use not yet developed disintegration beams like that? Totally crazy people. I'm crazy. How do you like that? I admit I'm nuts. Oh, who cares? Okay, look at this iPad. Just sit here. It's resting on a beam or something here, unless it falls down again, unless I push the beam that way. Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe it'll stay there now. Not quite, huh? Gotta put another board up on top. I was testing radio gear today and it works fine. I saw another video today in the morning, and it was on a Mark Lawton. Is it Max Lawton? A kid who was talking about his theory on cosmology and the CERN device and other things, and man, this kid kind of like, wow, he knows more than some of those overstuffed, egotistical scientists out there. And what he described, I kind of agree. That's how I view it too. The universe, and he's got a free energy machine and all that cool stuff. It's a really good video. A number of videos, and there's some videos, some guys on a YouTube channel that are trying to make fun of him a little bit, but I looked at these guys on the YouTube channel, and one guy looks like a bloody ape. Big thick eyebrows, fat, one of those obese kind of people, and bald head, and looked like a real whack job. Looked like a bloody ape. Yeah, and another one there too. It looked like a chimpanzee too, or orangutan. But when you get out there in the public, you got to take some of the beatings from who these people are. It's probably narcissistic. If you want to look up trolls and that, go to Psychology Today and study what a troll is made up of, or somebody with a narcissistic personality. A lot of people are nasty on social media. They don't know their ass from a hole in the ground. Want me to show you? No, a lot of them don't know their ass from a hole in the ground anyway. And you got the claimers and all the other whack jobs and fakes and stuff. And I noticed too, there's a theme of control on the internet. You can't find how to fix your own teeth. You can't find that alternative to VAX stuff and how to do this, and it's all seemed to be peachy controlled by the powers that be, who are totally out to lunch as well. Yeah, of course they are. They're nuts. It's getting so funny. It's getting so ridiculous. It's in some ways pretty funny. A lot of these crazy people. I think the good people are the real smart ones. Keep rather silent. They don't say much. You got all whack jobs out there. The World Trade Center people, the flat Earth people, the free energy people. You check out these free energy people, and you find that a lot of them have wound up with a criminal record or in jails for fraud and all kinds of weird stuff. So check it out. Okay. So I covered the World Trade buildings, which fell apart. It was very obvious in my point of view. Covered The Hobbit, Max Lawton. Yeah. It was just before I left to come over here. I said, his description of the God is just perfect, what I think of him as well. I don't believe in that pile of crap that was written by programmed humans. The Bible? No. Something started, it just takes a small spark to start a massive forest fire, and that's what happened a long time ago. Somebody saw something, he probably ate some plants, he hallucinated and wrote something down that gathered momentum and turned into a big pile of truncated pile of incomprehensible rubbish. That's what I think. And I think a lot of things start like that too. Oh, the gun control stuff is one that keeps the powers to be like to get that going, and also the VAX stuff, another one. And plus many others. So I limit my involvement with humans. I like my lecture tours and TV shows because I'm not really just doing it 1 hour, 2 hours in Japan or USA, Canada. Do my talking, show my stuff, and go for a smoke and go for dinner and go to the hotel. TV shows are cool too. A couple of days, the longest one is 6 months. I think it was 6 months. It was Ark of the Covenant Revealed. It was an hour-long program for Discovery Channel. And that one, I think the second one would be one of the Fox TV show things. Like I don't know, about 300 interviews for TV, and I think I lost count of the radio shows. But my favorite host in radio shows is Art Bell. Only maybe did a couple of shows with him, but it was very enjoyable and I liked it. I did Kevin Smith when I was in Arizona. Let's see who else. I did a lot of TV shows with interpreters in Japan. I got copies of all that. All those TV shows. It was mostly Japanese national TV, as well as it's covered through JOGM TV, Home TV Hiroshima City. And that branched out into all those different TV shows. And did I do it? Just see, I'm answering a bunch of questions as well here. Yes, I did some German stuff. I was always translators. It was written up in Esquire magazine. I do have a copy of that. 4 pages of Roland Brito. Finding out later this last year that Roland's brother Bernard was murdered savagely, and his daughter. That is sick stuff. Horrible. Found that out on a rumor on Facebook. Checked it out and inquired and all that. But I wonder how Roland's doing. He's been very quiet since about 2006. Or was it the early 90s? I don't forget now. Forget, I tell you. There's too much damn stuff going on. Oh, back to the World Trade Building stuff. I had a bunch of artifacts that people sent me. I put them on eBay and sold it all, but there was a lot of weird things. Humans like to, I say, relish or roll around in tragic events. I guess it's human nature, like the Titanic or World Trade or other weird places that have got blown up or burned down or whatever. I'm guilty of it too. I would be truly interested in that kind of thing. No, yeah, I mean, I would explore an old burned out ship or something or other or whatever. As kids, we used to go and raid the crash site where a fighter jet crashed into Grouse Mountain long time ago. We climbed that mountain and checked in. We'd steal pieces off all the fuselage was all scattered all over the place. The jet engine was wedged in between two trees, and we're thinking of rolling it down the mountain. How stupid were we? Wow. I think we're going to do it, but yeah, it's 4,000 feet on a tilt like that. To roll it down, like, talk about us being stupid. Ugh. What did we do one time going up that mountain besides the aircraft? We carried guns, got dressed up like pirates, and started climbing until the snow got so deep we couldn't make it anymore. Talk about dumbass kids we were. Anyway, stuff we do, and me making trinitroglycerine in my mother's refrigerator freezer section because I was into chemistry when I was a little fella. And I'm thinking back to that, and playing with fulminate of mercury. I could have blown myself out the window. Actually, it was odd. It was my dad's competitors. His son of Encyclopedia Britannica. My dad was Collier's Encyclopedia Company. He blew himself to smithereens with a long time ago with potassium chlorate and sugar. Jerry Rhodey, another little devil like myself, blew a telephone pole in half with a pipe bomb, which upset the RCMP quite a bit. I had my run-ins with the RCMP. There's brief things, doing unauthorized target practice up in the mountains. Constable Green, you can't do that. You can't do that. No, Jesus Christ. That's how he used to talk. And he just took the rifle, threw it in the back of his police car, and drove away. He returned it later on with a stern warning. No, you can't do that. You can't do this. And blah, blah, blah. Wow. However, with Pierre Elliott Trudeau and his Bill C-58, a bunch of us gun collectors were targeted, and I went to court with my machine guns, and the trial lasted a week. Trial by magistrate, as it's called. Judge Cronin. I had rows of my 50 Brownings on tables that I said to my lawyer, I think the table's going to collapse. As we progressed along, I won every case. I won it. Judge ordered everything returned. It was returned. Then I pursued with David Davison, provincial ombudsman, to sue the RCMP. But by that time, Constable Chelko was removed from the force. So I'm going over various topics in history and that, and latest things and this and that today because my mind is wandering around in circles like that. So what do you do when you live in a shoe? Something to talk about. Something to broadcast yourself with. Whatever it matters, but I'm having fun. I was really impressed though with the World Trade Building video presentation, and the guy that designed them felt very guilty. And he talks about that, and getting to know Max Lawton, Hobbit kid, his brilliant little mind. I hear he disappeared now for a couple of years, so maybe he doesn't like all trashy social media people trying to trash him out or something. Like I mentioned, that moronic looking dude looks like an ape. A bloated ape. I have my run-ins, I ignore them, like Mr. Smith, I presume. He's a deadbeat old Englishman with lost his balls in whatever. He gave me a beating with his stupid video, so I get a lot of that anyway, and I just ignore it. Life's too short to worry about such garbage and stupid old Englishmen. There's another Englishman too that likes to get on my case, but I just ignore them. Any negative comments, I just delete, or ban the person from being a subscriber to my ridiculous YouTube channel. And I was thinking to myself, the idiot took all that time to write that garbage up. You know, it's just a simple thing to delete it and forget about it, right? Right. Which you can do too if you got a thing. You could. I was thinking of just totally deleting my Facebook thing because there's a bunch of people that like and don't like and like. It's so bloody boring. It's monotonous. So I might delete it. I don't know yet. And you got all these characters that. Oh, where do you live? I'll come and visit you and pick your brain, people. So no, no brain to pick. Pick your own brain. You might find something interesting in there. Maybe parasites or white matter disease. I really don't bother with being a socialite. And don't expect me to answer the door. I never did at the apartment lab. My landlord's son had to turn away roughly anywhere from 20 to 30 people per month. That's what they said. And I said, thank you. And I get phone calls. But I start to recognize when phone calls are good, like when I met Thomas Messer from Germany and Mr. Yamabison from Japan and other professionals. But brain pickers I don't bother with. Hobbits I bother with if they're really good people. Most of these people just talk a blue streak and don't do anything anyway. Talk is cheap. It takes money to buy whiskey. So, like that. As Steven Seagal said to me one time when I phoned him one day, that was a number of years. It was, when did I phone him? 7 years later? He said to so many people, so many faces, oh yes, it's John Hutcherson, anti-gravity stuff. Oh yes. And then we talked for a while, and then he was coming up to visit, along with Ken Shoulders at the time. And Ken came up, but Seagal was distracted by somebody and he went somewhere else, but eventually he moved to here. And to Willits, as to someplace in Ashland, Oregon area. Then he moved off to Russia for dual citizenship, or I think that's. And then I heard last time I heard, since my special lady friend mentioned stuff which I'm not going to mention because it's none of your business. But anyway. So I'm kind of saying, well, you remember me? I said, no, I don't remember you, and all that. So anyway, I remember really interesting people, of course, and their names. I don't know, a lot of people just come and go. Such is life, Barbara. Life is a bowl of cherry. No, life is like a box of chocolates. What is it? You open it up, you never know what you're going to get. If you don't know what you're going to get, well, what the hell? Well, this guy must have been total. Forrest Gump must have been totally loony. Or the writers. Another thing I like. Music, real music. Rock music from the 80s. Hit songs from the 80s. It can be Bruce Springsteen, it can be Tina Turner, it can be Pet Shop Boys. That music is awesome for me. No other music, I'm not interested. It's too monotonous and too sickening for me. Anyway, for my own paradigm, such music I love, number one. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's magic stuff to be a hit across countries. Doing something totally right. there you have it. That's what I like. No classic music, no country music, no other crappy music, no people banging their guitar and all that stuff. No thanks. It's very disturbing. Just the stuff coming out of the radio that people did and were hits. So there you have it. I covered that area, didn't we? Hmm? Literature, Gail DeBron. George Gamow, cosmologist. These are books, by the way. George Gamow. Lord of the Rings, J.R. Tolkien. This is real good stuff, in my opinion. Vintage books. Discoverers long ago. Different devices and machines from a long time ago. Oh, be a fine girl and kiss me. That was something that cosmologist said. There was once a young lady by the name of Bright who could sit. Oh, wait, hold on. One day in a relative way, there was once a young lady by the name of Bright who set out in a relative way and returned her previous night. George Gamow. Not a lot of books I could read. But on that note, I think maybe I'm getting past my time here, and I gotta go and take my vitamins. They held hello to Evial. I get along with animals just fine. Even black bears up in Canada, North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, Linmore Village, and behind that was a dump site for waste and food and junk like that. And Bill Ross and I would go there every night with the bears. 15 bears. Never had a problem with a black bear, or cat, or raccoons. So I get along with animals just fine. Thank you very kindly. Since I obviously talk to the ravens as well as talk with EVO. So don't bother coming to try and see me unless you're a professional person or a real mystic little hobbit. And Joe Blow and all that. No, thank you. No, just keep your distance. Thank you very kindly. No brain pickers or people with an agenda. I get a lot of people wanting to know this and not have it. I haven't got time to answer those kind of people. Professional people, I'm referring to military personnel, certain government folks I know, certain people overseas I know, certain kids I know, young people, are very welcome to communicate. I mean, good lordy. And it could be either rich or homeless. It doesn't bother me as long as you got the right communications. I'm game and I communicate to the right people very nicely. Thank you. But anyway, the problems with social media is you get cast set, you know. You always get the government got me or the Canadian government destroyed the lab or whatever nonsense they like to think up. Or you can't duplicate it, or you can't do this or do that, or it's wires. Everything is wires or fake and all those crazy people. I wonder how the families feel from the 9/11 people saying, "Oh, it's just was blowing up and no planes," and pretty sick. Anyway, the same with the Pentagon stuff. Oh, a missile hit the, yeah, right. Come on. I'm so damn stupid. Reality comprehension disorder is very prominent these days. Holy mackerel. So you're telling everybody on the freeway and other things, there's a jet, and all the evidence left behind when the jet smashed through and all the different parts and pieces of the aircraft in all 3 or 4 cases. So definitely reality comprehension disorder. Such people I really think could be very dangerous. But anyway, I gotta get going. Might be past my time, I don't know, Doctor. But that's my opinion. You got your opinions. Keep your opinion to yourself. I'll keep mine to myself if you don't mind. Thank you. Goodbye. Good luck.